Good afternoon or good evening, football fans. Big Al here on this Thursday, September 11th, 2025. Week 2 is here, and welcome to my Week 2 NFL picks, both straight up and against the spread, plus the injury report for tonight's Commanders and Packers game. Now, quick recap on week number 1. My straight up picks were great. I went 11-5, but my spread picks were not good, going 5-11. So I'm hoping for a better outcome on my spread picks this week. All right, so again, these are my week 2 NFL picks, both straight up and against the spread, and the injury report for tonight's game between the Commanders and Packers. So wasting no time, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and get notified every time I go live, and off we go. Starting off with Thursday Night Football, coming up here in about a half hour, so I gotta hurry. It's the 1-0 Washington Commanders at the 1-0 Green Bay Packers. The Commanders come in number 14 in my Week 2 power rankings, while the Packers jump to number 3. That game is tonight at 8:15 Eastern on Prime. Your announcers will be Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, and Kaylee Hartung. Current point spread is Green Bay minus 3.5, and the over-under is 48. I'm taking the Packers to win this game 28-20, push the total, and I'm taking Green Bay at minus 3.5. Moving on to Sunday, you'll have 9 games in the early window, 3 in the late window. So we'll start with the early afternoon games, beginning with the 1-0 Buffalo Bills, fresh off of that big comeback victory against the Ravens last Sunday night, facing off with the New York Jets, who played very well in their loss to the Steelers. The Bills are 1-0 and my new number 1 team in the Week 2 power rankings, while the Jets at 0-1 are at number 26. That game is Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS, with your announcers Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson. Current point spread is Buffalo minus 6.5, and the over-under is 47. I have the Bills winning straight up 24-19. I have the game finishing under 47, but I am taking the Jets with the 6.5 points. Next up is Ben Johnson's return to Detroit as the 0-1 Lions host the 0-1 Chicago Bears. The Bears are 23rd in my Week 2 power rankings, while the Lions are 9th. That game is Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Your announcers will be Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Megan O'Leary. Current point spread is Detroit minus 5.5, and the over-under is 46.5. I'm taking the Lions to win 26-23 and the game to go over 46.5, but I'm taking Chicago plus 5.5. Next up is my lock of the week as the 0-1 Cleveland Browns visit the 0-1 Baltimore Ravens. You gotta think they're gonna be angry going into this game after losing to the Bills the way they did on Sunday night. Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Your announcers are Tom McCarthy, Ross Tucker, and Amanda Balionis. Cleveland is number 31 in my Week 2 power rankings, while Baltimore is at number 4. Current point spread is Baltimore, minus 11.5, and the over-under is 45. I'm going to take the Ravens here. They'll win 38-20. I have 38-14 written down, but I think it's going to be 38-20. I have the game going over 45, and I'm taking the Ravens at minus 11.5 as my lock of the week. Next up, the 1-0 Jacksonville Jaguars visit the 1-0 Cincinnati Bengals. Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS, your announcers are Chris Lewis, Logan Ryan, and Tiffany Blackman. Current point spread is Cincinnati minus 3. The over-under is 49. Jacksonville is 17th in my Week 2 power rankings. Cincinnati is 13th. I have the Bengals winning this 28-20. Push the game a point under 49. And I'm taking the Bengals at minus 3. That's followed by the 1-0 Los Angeles Rams at the 0-1 Tennessee Titans. Now, this is going to be the home debut for number 1 overall draft pick Cam Ward. Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS. Your announcers are Ian Eagle, J.J. Watt, and Evan Washburn. The Rams come in at number 6 in my Week 2 power rankings. The Titans remain at number 30. Current point spread is LA minus 5.5. Over-under is 42. I am taking the Rams to win straight up 24-20. Push the game just a couple points ahead of the 42. But I'm taking Tennessee with the 5.5 points. It's a risky move, but I think it's one that's worthy to be made. Okay, next an AFC East battle as the 0-1 New England Patriots, who lost Sunday against the Raiders, take on the 0-1 Miami Dolphins, who were embarrassed in Indianapolis last week. Patriots are 20th in my Week 2 power rankings. The Dolphins fell to 29th. That game is Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS. Your announcers are Andrew Catalon, Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, and AJ Ross. Current point spread is Miami minus 1. The over-under is at 43. I got the Patriots winning straight up and covering the point. So 24-17 New England. I'm taking the under in this game. And again, I'm taking New England plus that slim 1-point spread. Next, the New York Giants at 0-1. Facing off with the Dallas Cowboys at 0-1. Both teams losing in the division last week. The Giants lost to the Commanders, while the Cowboys lost the kickoff game last Thursday night against the Eagles. New York is number 27 in my Week 2 power rankings, while Dallas is 21. Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Your announcers are Joe Davis, Greg Olsen, and Pam Oliver. Current point spread is Dallas minus 6. Over-under is 44.5. I have the Cowboys winning 27-16. I'm taking the under in this game, and I'm going with the Cowboys with the spread at minus 6. Next, the San Francisco 49ers off to a 1-0 start after they narrowly defeated the Seahawks. And the 0-1 New Orleans Saints, who lost in the Superdome last week against the Cardinals. Number 8 for the 49ers in my Week 2 power rankings versus number 32 for the Saints. Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Your announcers are Kevin Kugler, Daryl Johnston, and Allison Williams. Current point spread is San Francisco minus 3. The over-under is 40.5. Looks like Matt Jones will be the starting quarterback for the 49ers as Brock Purdy is suffering an injury. He's out. Jawan Johnson is out. George Kittle is slated to miss a couple of games as well. So they are kind of banged up, but doesn't matter. I have the 49ers winning 23-13. The Saints are just that bad. The game will go under 40.5, and I'm taking San Fran minus 3. The last of the early games has the 0-1 Seattle Seahawks visiting the 1-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox. Your announcers will be Adam Amin, Mark Sanchez, and Christina Pink. The Hawks are number 22 in my Week 2 power rankings. The Steelers, meanwhile, held steady at number 15 despite that 4-touchdown performance from Aaron Rodgers in their victory against the Jets. Current point spread is Pittsburgh minus 3. Over-under is 40. I'm taking the Steelers to win 20-13. I think points will be at a premium. The game goes under 40, and I'm taking the Steelers minus 3. Now to the late games, beginning with the 0-1 Carolina Panthers visiting the 1-0 Arizona Cardinals, Sunday at 4:05 Eastern on CBS. Your announcers are Spiro Ditas, Adam Archuleta, and Aditi Kankawala. Carolina comes in at number 28 in my Week 2 power rankings, while Arizona didn't move last week. They're at number 19. Current point spread is Arizona minus 6.5. The over-under is 44. I'm expecting the Cardinals offense to perform a lot better this week. Therefore, I'm taking Arizona 27-20. The game goes over 44. And I'm taking the Cardinals minus 6.5. Next up, you have the 1-0 Denver Broncos, whose defense was lights out in their victory against the Titans, visiting the 1-0 Indianapolis Colts, who a week ago thrashed the Miami Dolphins. That is Sunday at 4:05 Eastern on CBS. Your announcers will be Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, and Melanie Collins. Denver comes in number 11 in my week 2 power rankings, while Indy is number 18. Current spread is Denver minus 1, over-under is 43. Taking the under in this game as the Broncos will win 23-17, and I'm taking the visitors at minus 1. Then on America's Game of the Week and my Game of the Week, the Super Bowl 59 rematch between the 1-0 Philadelphia Eagles and the 0-1 Kansas City Chiefs. This is going down at Arrowhead Stadium. Sunday at 4:25 on Fox. Your announcers are Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi. Both teams are in my top 10 in the Week 2 power rankings. The Eagles did give up the top spot and slipped to number 2, while the Chiefs moved down to number 7 following, as well as quarterback Jaden Daniels. Apparently he has a wrist problem, but he'll give it a go tonight. He was full in practice as well, as was defensive tackle Daron Payne. All right. Running back Austin Eckler was limited in practice. And then wide receiver Noah Brown, tight end Zach Ertz, cornerback Jonathan Jones, cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, linebacker Von Miller, and tackle Laramie Tunsil all did not practice. Two official names on the injury report for Washington is punter Tress Way. He's questionable with a back. And defensive end Dietrich Wise. He's also questionable with a knee injury. Meanwhile, for the Green Bay Packers, wide receiver Matthew Golden was a full participant in practice, as well as quarterback Jordan Love, linebacker Quay Walker, and punter Daniel Whelan. Meanwhile, wide receiver Jaden Reed and wide receiver Dontavian Wicks were both limited participants in practice this week. All right. Both defensive end Brenton Cox Jr. with a groin and cornerback Bo Milton with a shoulder are listed as out for tonight's game. Safety Zane Anderson with a knee. Guard Aaron Banks with an ankle and a groin. Cornerback Nate Hobbs with a knee. Linebacker Micah Parsons with his back. And tackle Zach Tom with an oblique injury are all listed as questionable. And that is it for the Week 2 NFL picks, both straight up and against the spread, plus the injury report for tonight's Commanders-Packers game, which will be starting in 15 minutes. Now, I want to apologize for last Sunday. I didn't get on for the Week 1 injury report because I had lost track of time. I looked up at the clock and I saw it was 9:45. I was like, the games are starting. I have no time to get on with the injury report. I will be back Sunday morning for the Week 2 injury report. That will be set in stone, so join me then for that. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell and get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching and enjoy the pigskin. Peace out.